And will Wakulla County commissioners approve more money for mosquito management? On average, Americans eat 10 billion donuts every day. I'm Sierra Ferguson, live from Tallahassee's own Donut Kingdom, to bring you a sweet start to your Friday morning. The Flying J truck stop in Midway is evacuated for the second time this week. I'm Sierra Ferguson to bring you the very latest live from the scene. Right now, the car fire is the largest fire in Shasta County history. And if you look over here, you can see the incident map beside me that's referencing the fire size. It's over 110,000 acres right now. Well, Gene, right now, the Maverick statue behind me is the only cow on campus, but things are about to get pretty wild and western here at CMU. About a week from now, CMU rodeo students will be on horseback driving steers right down the path that I'm standing on and right past students on their way to class. Change is coming to the Leon County Sheriff's Office. Sheriff Walt McNeil will be here in just a couple of hours, taking center stage to unveil a new strategic plan for public safety. More than 66% of inmates in the Sunshine State end up back behind bars.
Hello, I'm Sierra Ferguson. It's 8:27. In the news, Leon County school officials say Riley Elementary School was broken into and vandalized on New Year's Eve.
It's always good to start small. Think one grocery bag at a time. For WTXL ABC 27, I'm Sierra Ferguson.
Remember, buying a red nose makes a difference, but wearing a red nose makes an impact. All right, everyone, nose is on.
Lindsay Chamberlain's role here at St. Joseph Health goes beyond what we typically think of as the role of a pharmacist. She's the owner of a popular bookstore in Old Town. Now, she's a best-selling author. Well, the scariest night of the year is almost here. And here's a scary statistic for you, Monica. Americans are expected to spend $9.1 billion on Halloween. Skating in Humboldt County is a seasonal treat, but it might have some extra meaning. It was a dark and stormy night. So begins the novel by Madeline Lingle, A Wrinkle in Time. Among their many skills, firefighters have to get into their turnouts or firefighting gear in under 60 seconds. I took much longer than the required minute and needed a little bit of help.
What was that word of the day you gave us?
Virga.
Virga.
Yes.
Is that like when it's sort of like being in the produce section, where it's like misting, but not raining?
But it doesn't quite reach the produce. Yeah, it comes out of the thing and falls apart by the time it reaches the lettuce.
Cool. Dan teaching us things. Well, thanks so much for tuning in tonight. We'll be back at 6.
A historic day for Justify winning the Triple Crown.
Absolutely, 13th horse ever to do it in history. And today was National Rosé Day. So if you were a Vino Rosso fan, it was kind of sad to see him come in 5th. And I have to say, I've been pulling for Justify all along. He's like the second behind Seattle Slew to ever have an undefeated Triple Crown.
Well, Grace, local historians want people to know that the National Monument just wouldn't be as user-friendly today if it wasn't for the Civilian Conservation Corps.
And the big game is big business. The National Retail Federation estimates Americans will shell out more than $15.3 billion on everything from jerseys to noshing. But here's a special way you can spice up your Super Bowl party, entirely unique to the North Coast. Today, Eureka Natural Foods rolls out a new brand of salsa designed by students at Redwood Prep Charter School, who created 2017's most marketed salsa in the most recent kids salsa competition for grades 3 through 5. It promotes the hopes of young culinarians while boosting understanding of local nutrition and food, and gives students the opportunity to see their work on the shelves.
Cinco de Mayo may be 4 days away, but I've got my visitor's badge on to take you inside the lunchroom at Fuente Nueva School for Taco Tuesday. There was everything you might expect from the name the meal implies.
Tacos are awesome.
It starts with the tortilla. Then we add the filling, but wait, who's that guy?
Cowboy.
This is local rancher Clint Victorine. He donated beef to schools all across Humboldt County, creating a true ranch-to-table experience.
This is our 6th annual. We have so much local beef raised right here in Humboldt County. It was kind of a thought that was like, what do we need to do to be able to get a little bit of some local healthy beef into the school system here in Humboldt County? So we came up with Taco Tuesday.
And to top it all off, Humboldt Creamery sour cream and salsa, the same dancing pineapple salsa designed by kiddos in Humboldt County for a competition earlier this year.
Fun seeing the smile on their face, and they get to meet the rancher. They get to put a face behind the food instead of just something you go grab at the grocery store. It gives them a concept of that there's a family, there's a farmer behind everything that they eat.
Going
Reporting Loca for Local in Arcata, Sierra Ferguson, Redwood News.
I feel like a lot of people, once they become beekeepers, they get a sense of peace or like a stewardship to the land, and it kind of makes you a little more humble, I would say.
When Justin Reeve first got into beekeeping, he had just 4 hives.
You have this like responsibility to them. One of these open.
Now he's the steward of 68, a number that keeps growing.
They provide a service in pollination, and the more you keep or the better management you do of them, the more they give back, I would say. As beekeepers, what we're looking for are changes in their health. So if you have a hive that's producing a lot of honey and producing a lot of bees, you can see it's very healthy and it's very thriving, and that's an enjoyment right there. We'll knock off the bird comb, we'll collect that all, melt it down, and have wax rendered. There's a blackberry bloom that's about ready to start here, and so we want to be on top of that to make sure they have enough room to keep storing honey before they feel crowded and then want to swarm. So we're looking for queen cells or swarm cells to make sure the hive doesn't feel overcrowded. Beekeepers, one of our management responsibilities is to keep your hive from swarming, and by doing so you either have to make splits or increase the size of the hive to take away that stress of swarming.
During a swarm, bees are looking for a new home, so they're generally pretty docile.
They're not as aggressive or mean or hostile as sometimes people think.
But that doesn't mean time in the apiary comes without risk.
Sometimes there's defense bees that come out, and if they feel that they're being threatened, they sometimes like to try to sting. So if your skin's exposed, there's a chance you will, possibly take one. Ever held bees before?
No.
How's it feel?
I don't think I've ever been this close to bees before.
A little adrenaline rush.
A peaceful adrenaline rush with a sweet reward. Reporting in Fieldbrook, Sierra Ferguson, Redwood News. He's trained to protect and serve. But today, Canine Officer Barron is claiming his spot in the limelight. Slamming it up with his partner for a good cause. Supporting Companion Animal Foundation.
It's a fundraiser that we started in 2015. We wanted to do something fun to raise funds for our mobile vet clinic. So we did Cats and Casanovas last year. Heroes and Hounds 2019 is the calendar this year. We wanted to celebrate all the local heroes we have in our community, and we did not get to shoot everyone that we wanted to shoot. There are so many heroes here. We're so lucky in Humboldt County. We have a lot of people that really care about our community and that volunteer and give back.
This is where we do most of the packaging and the wrapping. It's still hand letterpress, this portion. And then we've got a bunch of different machines that are dedicated to like milling, grinding, refining. So see how it's not on this roller yet?
Love is in the air.
I have a wonderful family.
For Kenneth Mencken,
I love restoring cars. That's my ultimate passion.
cars are his passion, but in his way,
I had open heart surgery when I turned 50 years old, the day before my birthday.
a failing heart. 9 years of heart troubles have forced him to take medical retirement from CDOT.
It got to the point where my heart was failing so much, I couldn't do it anymore.
Kenneth has a condition called mitral valve regurgitation.
Blood is flowing back into my heart.
Often, the condition is not life-threatening.
Mitral regurgitation occurs when one of the valves in the heart, the mitral valve, starts to get leaky, and that can happen for a variety of reasons. But a lot of people who actually just have mild mitral regurgitation don't need any treatment.
A reason cited on this rejection letter from Anthem Blue Cross Blue Shield.
I get up and enjoy myself, the best that I can. It's hard because in the back of your mind, you know you need to get this done, and I've been denied 2 times already.
But Kenneth's doctor writes in this letter, for him, the procedure could be life-saving.
If it gets really severe, though, there are some surgical procedures that can be done to repair the valve or to even replace it.
The surgery will be complicated after Kenneth's previous triple bypass.
Go to bed worrying, you wake up, you're worrying.
But he says a new lease on life is worth the fight.
Raising grandson right now, he's part of my life, big time. And I just want to be around, you know, that's all.
In Grand Junction, Sierra Ferguson, KKCO 11 News.